Hey, what is up, wrestling friends and family? Chat, Grapple, and Cheat Pops is on the air. It is Sunday Night Heat with me, JB, and the best Chris in all of wrestling podcasts. Just for today, Mr. Peacock.
Nice.
Yeah, sound it out, folks. What's going on, man? What's going on?
I mean, best Chris in all wrestling podcasts. There's probably no other ones anymore, is there?
There might be.
There was one, but we don't.
Oh, there's probably loads, mate. Wrestling podcasts are 10 a penny, ain't they? Fucking hell. So,
well, I mean, Sunday Night Heat. It has been a minute since we have put anything out, man. We have been here, there. Jordan's been to Germany. Right, we've been to Wembley. We've fucking been here, there, and everywhere. And here we are now. Sunday Night Heat. We're here on your screens live. Check us out. We're on. What are we on? Facebook, Twitter,
right now, yes,
YouTube.
we are on Facebook. We are on Twitter and or X or whatever you want to call it. Good Lord, and YouTube. So yeah, like we're here.
The triple header, the triple threat, like RF, triple threat.
The triple threat, indeed. So it has been a minute. We last came on for an AEW All-In review, and we were live. We were in the back of a car.
Yes, we were.
It wasn't the fake taxi. We were in the back of a car. All right.
That's right.
So yeah, we are here. We are on it. Like, it has been a very, very long break. We've done a lot of shit. We went to All In, obviously. I went to Germany, Bash in Berlin, SmackDown, the whole thing. Amazing weekend. And then Wrestle Rave was on us as well.
Yes.
And we got to believe in Joe Hendry.
We did get to believe in Joe Hendry. We met the man. He touched my guitar. He strummed my guitar. No euphemism there at all. He literally strummed my guitar.
He did.
You know, and to be fair, nice lad. You know what I mean?
Very, yes. He
very nice lad,
bits, didn't he?
Huh?
He signed a couple of bits. He signed the guitar. Did. He was top guy, Joe Hendry. So yeah, we what can we say? Nothing, top guy. And Wrestle Rave was a banging night, wasn't it? So
yeah, I mean, shout out to the organisers as well, man. We're hoping to get them on the pod at some point because
we're ever grateful for the hospitality of Harry and the crew for giving us the opportunity to be there, do a shitload of recording, which I have sorted out some of, not all of it yet, and to go on and meet Joe Hendry. So yeah, what a killer time that was, and there will be a lot more to do and talk about, and I'm sure the Wrestle Raves will pop up everywhere else really soon.
They are going to be.
They got plans, yeah. So
they have got plans. So I went trying to win the cosplay competition. I went as obviously Kurt Angle with the guitar and the little cowboy hat. It was getting mad love. On the night. I had a fucking gold medal, the lot.
It was looking good. It was going well. And then, Jeff Hardy showed up in full fucking gear. What can we do? Yeah, you can't do anything.
But I mean, obviously, you can't. I mean, I had to just respect it. I mean, I got a photo with him, with the winner, the guy that ultimately won it. Also got a photo with Stone Cold Steve Austin, who then commented on one of our things saying, "Dude, I was the guy that got a photo with you, Steve Austin." It was fucking quite funny, man.
Shout out to the to the cosplayers out there. They were all really good. Yeah. It's one of those weird things, right, where wrestling fans can just congregate, and it's quite strange to see a nightclub completely taken over, like as a wrestling fan safe haven to just chill out and listen to wrestling songs.
and just to fucking rock out. You had people going off, man. It was fucking nuts. Like, I've never seen, though, I'll be fair, I've never seen so many awkward entrances and exits from a wrestling ring in my life. Is it? Like,
yeah.
Let's keep it real, bruv. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there was a wrestling ring in the middle of fucking Camden Electric Ballroom, and you can tell a lot of these guys have never been in or out of a wrestling ring, and it was just funny to see people getting in and out. Obviously, we done it nice and professionally, you know how we do.
Wipe your feet on the way in, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Wipe your feet on the apron. So we was loving it, man. It was fucking a good night, man. It was a good night. And but next time, let me tell you something, yeah. I'm fucking. This is a promo. I'm shooting it straight out to Jeff Hardy, yeah. Jeff, next time I'm coming to Wrestle Rave, I know you're going to be there if it's around the London area. I know you're going to be there, and I'm coming for your cosplay title. You fought Kurt Angle, you could just brush him aside. You could dash him away like it's nothing, yeah? It's something. But it was nothing, yeah? So you just dashed him away, yeah? But wait, okay? I'm coming for that for the cosplay title next time. I'm keeping it under wraps who I'm going to be. I swear I've already told Jordan who I'm going to be next time. Yeah. And I will show you after this the bits and bobs that I've grabbed for it, and you're going to fucking crease up, mate. I'm ready, bruv. I'm ready for Wrestle Rave next time. I'm going to be dressed up fully. I was dressed up fully anyway. I was getting mad love. But yeah, anyway, Jeff Hardy, shout out to you for winning, but I'm coming for your title.
The comments there's a couple of comments just rolled in. I will catch up with them very quickly. Munzie, what's happening, Munzie? He's missing White at 6. They need to be on Raw every week. I don't necessarily agree. I think if you leave them off Raw every now and again, keeps them fresh. I like the. It doesn't have to be every week. Keep it fresh, man. Keep it fresh. And JB loves a vest like Bret Hart did. You damn right. It's hot out here, man.
You know what? It's fucking warm.
Yeah, you gotta respect the merch, man. Gotta respect.
Oh, Hogan, we're coming for you.
Yeah. If you want a vest like this, you can go to Redbubble and you can search chat Grapple and Cheap Hops. You will find it. It's a shameless plug, that is.
Absolutely shameless, but fuck it. 2 tears in a bucket. We're here for it.
I appreciate you jumping in, my guy, but we're not bots. Not yet. We will be replaced by the bots one day, but at the moment we're still here.
we're holding on to the last strands of humanity that we have before we get integrated into the synthesizer of the machines.
We really appreciate you dropping in, saying hi, and this is one of them shows where we have no real agenda. So whatever you guys want to say, you say whatever you fucking want. If you've got a question, drop it in. If you've got a comment on Chris's awesome beard, drop it in. If you like his background, drop it in. Or if you just, want to talk about my vest.
It's fucking... Or if you want to talk about Marky the Void Jobson.
No, not Marky Jobson.
Marky the Void Jobson.
So, Marky Jobson's back already.
Marky Jobson, bro.
The swag man.
The swag, Dave
the swag man, whatever. Yeah.
Studley.
Studley, Dave Studley. Yes, I should have called you that at the start of the show, really.
Dave Swagman Studley. It's all good, mate. It's all good.
Let's see. Connor has dropped in. What's up, JB Chris? What is up, Connor? It is absolutely great of you to jump in. As I can see you wearing an Arsenal shirt, I can appreciate that. We had a hell of a good time this afternoon. So close. So fucking close to beating Man City. It didn't happen, but we'll get there.
So I'm going to Spurs on Thursday, bruv. Europa League. Yeah, I'm going with my old man, taking my old man up there.
Oh, that's right. Spurs in Karabag. For those that don't know who that is, that's a small team in North London.
I'm going there hopefully for a goal fest. You know what I mean? So, and it's the first game of the Europa League. Cheap tickets, something nice to do on a Thursday evening.
No, stadiums don't give away cheap tickets, Chris. You know that.
It was. Are we going to get into it?
It's time. Fuck it. It's time. Yeah, like Chris, let's start us off, man. Let's get to it. Let's do, North London does have some great teams. I appreciate that. They do. I'm gonna before we go off, like, is it Damon or Demon? Like, how am I saying that? Am I getting that wrong?
It's Demon, I think.
Demon.
Yeah.
You reckon?
And Munzie, it is not. Can you select his comment there?
I can select it because Munzie's asking if Chris is drinking the vodka.
It's not the liquor, bud. It's not the liquor, bud. No, it is.
It's classy water, isn't it?
Hilden, classy water. I mean, man's got them cash and carry cards, so I'll get decent water.
Connor says if you're watching the Spurs game, but only after the thrashing we give Bolton on Wednesday. That is right. It is EFL Cup time. Silly games like that get in the way of the real stuff.
I mean, to be fair though, those other smaller teams, they need that, bruv. They need those games, keeping them alive.
It's Demon, but it's the old English version. We can respect that.
Yeah, man. Shout out.
Of course we can. So we're just gonna slow down on the comments for a second because we do need to talk about what happened at All In. So, Chris, please lead us off. I will jump in if you need me.
Oh, wow. So we went to All In at Wembley, and we waited until the last possible minute we could.
The doors were open for Wembley.
The doors were open. It had already begun, and we still were holding out on tickets. And
that's not it.
And through a series of events, we were able to get our hands on some comp tickets. The thing being, as you know, in these events, and like people have said, every event that goes on in Wembley, there are, for the local community, there are comp tickets given out, right? But in this one, and usually you have to prove that you're a local resident, and you can only get X amount of tickets. So what happened was there was a link. There was a link sent out into cyberspace that got out into cyberspace. There was a Ticketmaster link that was only supposed to be for local residents, but anyone could just go on there. Anyone could just go on there and get however many fucking tickets your Ticketmaster account could get, which was 6 or 8 tickets per person. So, we were able to get in and sit in Club Wembley, which was, the lower 200s, decent seats, for absolutely free. And it was still half empty in them sections as well. In front of us, there was hardly anyone there. In the whole 200 section, as you looked round, it was empty, half empty. So, all of these people that will blindly just defend AEW, and look, we're not sort of shitting on AEW.
No, this is an explanation. Like, this isn't whether or not the show was good or anything. This is just exactly how we got in for out.
I would say, arguably, this All In was better than the last All In. I would say.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
I would happily say that. So, the main event was fantastic. It was good. But again, there was still some really sort of disappointing sort of matches. It was really weird. But yeah, that is the explanation. Basically, we got some comps. There was a link that was basically exploited. But the thing is, though, it was being exploited. It was like they wanted as many people as they could to get free tickets and get in there.
Well, yeah, this is why they became free at such a level.
Yeah,
it became free at such a large scale because they wanted to make it look full, and
they wanted to fill it up.
By handing out these links to the traders and the local area and stuff like that, like these links, it was literally a free for all towards what was, I mean, we got in there literally just before the main show started.
Yeah.
We didn't get in there for the pre-show or anything like that, or what they call it, 0 hour or 2 hours.
Yeah.
We were watching, clips of it on our phones as we were still chilling and waiting to go in. And yeah, we held until the last minute. And it was a bit of a fun game and a bit of I say a fun game for some. Chris was, you could see Chris's, vein in the side of his head popping every now and again. Because
it was tough.
We didn't have tickets. Tough. We made our way to Wembley and we didn't have tickets at that point. And
yeah,
by holding on, it it worked out for us. And yeah, we managed to get a lot of tickets for not a lot of money. And when we say not a lot,
zilch.
Yeah. So Connor says, by series of events, you mean you bought tickets of a scalper outside the stadium? There were no scalpers.
Mm-hmm.
Even walking around, there wasn't a scalper to be seen in the Wembley area because tickets were just still so available.
Yeah.
And, we know there's a joke that the tarp is all elite and stuff like that. The tarp was not all elite last night. Well, there was no tarp last night, was there, at Wembley Stadium?
No.
96K, I believe they said, for Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois, which is insane because I did not think it would be that popular. Here we are. Maybe they handed out free tickets. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, that is pretty much the story. We held out and we got to a point where they were literally giving tickets away. And let that be the clip of what anyone wants to say about it. Tony Khan, AEW, they were giving tickets out for free towards the end. There was a ton of empty seats around us. The people that were in seats around us were probably at the same point we were, where they got them for nothing.
Yeah.
And there were tons of empty seats in the other sections where they were giving out tickets for free as well. And that was more the upper tier, the 500s, like literally opposite us, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it begs the question as well then. If they've done that on this event, how many events have they done that for?
Oh, I doubt they would have done that for American arenas. I think, small amounts will be, comped as usual in any arena situation. But in the American arenas, I think, places like the popular cities, Chicago, wherever else they fucking go, I don't know. They don't seem that popular in New York at the minute because, from what I can tell, Grand Slam is not a huge seller. But yeah, it's those places like your Chicagos, like your Las Vegas and stuff like that. Like, do seem to make, they do sell okay. It's for the bigger shows. It's those Dynamites and things where they, it's empty arenas, big arenas. We've already spoke about this. Run smaller arenas, make it look full. It gives a better optic, but no one's listening to that. They do it for American arenas too. Hand out free tickets? Is that? I'm assuming it's that bit, but
yeah, because like I say, it was there was thousands available. For absolutely
something I'm going to quickly jump off topic, or it's not even off topic. Something I've noticed recently is like the same 10, 15 accounts posting shots of SmackDown or Raw when they're doing dark matches or like pre-show shit on pay-per-views and that, and trying to either farm engagement or something and say, WWE in the mud, this, that, and the other. Like, fucking hell, it's either the same person doing it or all these people are in a fucking cult. It's weird. I'm hitting mute and block on a lot of shit at the minute, and that's one of them. Is like, it's really fucking strange. Yes, handing out free tickets. So yeah, it does happen, but yeah, they get it down by a lot compared to last year. I'm AEW. Yeah, of course it is. It's a lot of it isn't that good. When you get down to it, when you look at the stories and the shows, was it Brian Alvarez came out even this week, maybe even this weekend, and said that Tony Khan said they book week to week. They don't book long-term story. Of course they fucking don't.
We know this. We could have told you that.
The long-term, or what they call long-term stories, and this goes out for the fans as well, it falls into their lap because they did something in a different company. Like this Nigel McGuinness and fucking Bryan Danielson shit. Yeah, the Danielson stuff. Like, it's from fucking, how many years ago in Ring of Honor? And, this begs my question, which something I typed up earlier. Does Bryan and McGuinness tickle your pickle, Chris?
Bro, if I want to watch Bryan Danielson and McGuinness wrestle, I'll just put on my 1PW DVDs from fucking 2000 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's fine, yeah.
The FWA fucking, my FWA stuff. Like, these guys, we've seen Daniel Bryan and McGuinness wrestle in the UK a few times. So it's one of them ones. But at this point, I mean, what are they selling it as? What are they selling it as?
This is like a so many years in the making match, blah blah blah. It's half of the world, even the wrestling fandom, has forgotten about it, or didn't care about it, or didn't even see it because it was Ring of Honor. It wasn't as popular as everyone thinks. Ring of Honor was so fucking niche. I liked it. I watched tons of the early shit, but do I watch it now? Of course not. It's fucking trash. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, there's a few points being made here. Tony Khan went from being WCW to attempting ECW. Yeah, no, that's fine. And you're right, on TV it's a harder sell, but a lot of the hardcore shit seems to happen more on the pay-per-view, which is something they are in much more control of. They can control that, and they can do pretty much whatever they want on pay-per-view. It's the TV stuff. It's only when they go too far is when they know they've done something bad. And they don't seem to be going too far on TV. But that also brings me to the point where everyone's favorite, wrestling journalist Bix said AEW should be giving out free tickets to kids to come to the shows. And I'm like, why does he want so many kids at the shows? But that's, Whoa! I've not been, closed or anything about my dislike for that fucking prick. But that was my first thought as a joke. But then the other thought was like, would any responsible parent let their young child go to an AEW show, having seen what goes on there?
Yeah, I mean,
it didn't happen so much at Wembley.
Yeah,
and I think they did that on purpose. They held it back for the next show where they were shoving needles and doing God knows what else.
Bro, how, mate? We could talk about this. How are you going to be syringing people, bruv?
Yeah.
Like, what is that about, bro? Like, I found that incredible that they did that. Can you imagine the backlash from even AEW fans if that would have happened in WWE?
Yeah, I get that, but this, I think it's a different sort of dynamic. It didn't happen in WWE, not this time. I'm sure WWE. We know WWE have done questionable shit in their angles.
Yeah,
and for the most part, they will get called out on it. But there is this weird sort of indie fucking. It's appealing to the indiest of the indie. Even trying to bring in deathmatch fans, and there ain't that many.
No.
you know, you don't see deathmatch fucking shows in big arenas, and I don't know. It's obviously not, a proper business as such. They're very happy that they've got their supposed new TV deal, which was imminent fucking months ago, wasn't it?
Well, but the thing is, though, there's questions being asked as well, because there was a post that was put up.
Yeah, Indie-rific. There you go.
It's Indie-rific.
Yeah, I like that.
There's now been, they're asking the question, like, is Collision going now? Like, is that going to be it for it? Because
are we going to have to, is it going the way of AEW Dark?
Yeah,
and Dark.
I think it is. There was a post. I think I did a screenshot where someone was talking about, oh yeah, this, and this, and they're like, well, hold on a minute, what about that show?
Yeah, something I'm gonna have to dig into here, because the edgy stuff cost Linda McMahon a political career.
It did.
How?
Because she was running for.
Well, yeah, she was running for some sort of senator or something. Is that right?
Yeah, she was running. She was running, and basically, it was as she was affiliated with it, and there was all the crazy stuff.
Fucking,
Oh
man, that is. I live by the sword, die by the sword, didn't you? Fuck it. That's. She was a part of it. She was on the TV shows. She was, she had the cool entrance music, but yeah. My gypsy wife says, "Hey boys, cheers." Oh, wow.
Is she an actual gypsy though?
Right, cheers. Yeah.
She a proper gypsy.
I don't know. We don't know, do we? Even you're gonna have to fucking spell it out for us.
Yes, she is. Sweet.
Right.
Yes, bro. Proper and all. Yes.
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 Go on.
Fucking big up yourself, son. Fucking right.
We can appreciate that.
Fucking right.
Fucking can.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, like I say, I've had a lot of gypsy pals in my time. In England we've got a lot of gypsy sites sort of everywhere. You know what I mean? And some of the loveliest people.
Fucking did. We all had to get it right.
If they're your pals, they'll be your fucking pals forever. Just don't get on the wrong side of them. That's the only, do you know what I mean?
Fucking right.
They'll be your best pals, but don't fucking get on the wrong side of them.
So, what are we talking about? Yeah, it's the McGuinness and Bryan thing. Does it whet your appetite, Chris? Is it worth it? Is it?
Bruv, my pickle is not tickled, mate.
No.
My parsnip is not buttered.
This is what the bit I'm thinking of. It's that Bryan Danielson, as your world champion, will face a commentator. Not a good one. I don't rate him as a commentator. He might be a good magician. I've not seen his shows, but look at it from one side here. He's wrestling a commentator. If he loses, he's lost to a commentator. If he wins, he'd beat a commentator.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I mean, you can say he's a commentator, but I mean, yeah, but Nigel McGuinness is more than a commentator. I will sort of pull back on that. He is in his day. Exactly.
It's like when they put the Miz and Jerry Lawler together for a pay-per-view. It was fucking stupid. It was no good.
Yeah.
Everyone knew Jerry Lawler wasn't going to win the fucking world title. It was a pointless move. And I fucking hell. I don't know, man. I don't think having your world champion wrestle commentators. Who's going to wrestle next week? Tony Schiavone.
I mean, McGuinness is different, but I get it. Like in his day, McGuinness was fantastic, but and I feel that they've got him on commentary because he has got quite a bit of charisma. He's British, of course, he's got charisma. You know what I mean?
Well, it goes without saying.
Goes without saying. He's good on the mic. He's quick-witted. It's great. So that's one thing, but
we can make that happen. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm reading the comment. I've put it up as well.
No, yeah, I mean,
we will be. Yeah.
Like happily would love to do that because
how long is long form? Because we could do it for days,
bro. That's the thing. I mean, mate, that's what she said. You know what I'm saying? We've had Eric Watts on here for 3.5 hours, bro. Like, and that ain't a joke, is it?
Yeah, that was damn good.
We've had Eric Watts on for 3.5 hours. We had Chris Hamrick. Chris Hamrick didn't want to stop. He wanted to keep going. Like,
yeah, we had to tell him it was bedtime.
We literally had to tell him it was bedtime. We're like, Chris, right? Like, we need to go bed, bruv. Like, it was fucking bad. Chris Hamrick, fantastic guy though, man, and Eric Watts as well. That'd be fantastic guys.
If he beat Taz is one thing, yeah, that is probably right. Like, yeah, I get that. Like, if it was Taz, you might be. You know, Evil Uno fucking sucks, man. Like,
you fucking love Evil Uno.
He was already a Jobson. He was already a fucking swag man or whatever. He is. Yeah. There's a reason they don't make fucking bootlegs of Evil Unos because he's fucking shit. Fuck. Sorry.
Oh man, that's cool. But if we do something like I say, there's a possibility we may have a studio, a podcast studio in the near future.
Don't tease me, boy. Don't tease me.
All right, so there's a possibility that the planning is in. Excuse me, the planning is in the works. So if we did something with Diggy, Diggy, is it Diggy? Digi,
it's gotta be Digi. Have the punch. Jesus Christ, man! You should have. I'm off the beer for a hot minute purely because of the amount of beer I drank in Berlin. Like, and some of those glasses were, liter glasses. They were unreal. Like, yeah. Oh, I'll have a pint of Ribena and fizzy water.
Yeah, Ribena, know what you're drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what will we do? Yeah, we're doing the Bryan Danielson and whatever. Yeah.
Like, I say, if you really want to watch a quality Nigel McGuinness match, there's plenty of them. There's plenty of them on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely loads.
There's fucking fantastic. You got to watch like Nigel McGuinness versus like who is it we saw? British wrestler, fucking was in TNA.
Rob Terry.
No. The other guy from the fucking British Invasion. He fucking like
Doug Williams.
Doug
Williams.
Dougie, Dougie. Yeah. So Doug Williams, if you want to watch like a great British wrestling match, watch Dougie Williams versus Nigel McGuinness. There's loads of them. There's it is. There's plenty, bro. British wrestling. This is another thing. Maybe we could do a whole fucking show on, man. Like.
Once we get our ducks in a row, there'll be no stopping us.
There is there's so many.
Just a quick interruption for right now. There is a Facebook like Max, not the Hulk Hogan. What a guy!
Thank you, Max. Big up yourself, son.
That guy's been known for trolling Chris over the years on this podcast.
Bro, he is my favorite. He's like a brother to me. That guy, I'm telling you, Max. We go back a long time. Huh?
Is he your favorite Hogan?
He is my favorite Hogan for absolute. Well, Horace was pretty good, man.
Shit, yeah, I forgot.
But Max is up there, mate. It's and he's fucking stiff to work with as well. Max, not the Hulk Hogan. Trust me, he works snug. And he fucking knows it.
This when you were in Poundland together,
bro. Trust me, he was. Honestly, I felt like I've been pounded after working with Max a few times. I have broken his finger though, which I felt bad about. But
what of that?
Yeah, you like that? You fucking. God. I love it. You see, only the Provoskas. The Provoskas is getting mentioned in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love him. You know what I mean? I have broken his finger, but he has literally spine busted the shit out of me on numerous occasions.
Oh, you're the brother he never had or wanted. So
that's
yeah,
right.
of course.
You know what I mean?
That's incredible.
Many a time we've wrestled together.
Family shit going on here.
Family shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but we talk about British wrestling. British wrestling is knows. There you go. So British wrestling within itself, it is the history of it goes way back also. So you talk about professional wrestling history in America. The British wrestling scene is a really weird and sort of wonderful history where you've got these sort of the wrestling in Blackpool Pleasure Beach and stuff, which is very, very carny sort of stuff, and in the town halls all around this country, and the holiday camps. Holiday camps is like a huge thing over here, and it always has been. I don't know what the holiday camp wrestling is like now. If it's ever if it's still if it's still a thing. But British wrestling is fantastic, and there's been some fantastic talents. Like your Dougie Williams, your Nigel McGuinnesses, you've got these guys, these technical fucking British wrestlers that are just absolutely phenomenal, and even like Regal, people like that. British wrestling is the technicality of it. These guys like your Steve Grays, like your Mal Sanders, all these guys, it's just the history is rich and vast. So I'd love to do a specific session off Martina. I've just literally seen a clip of her recently because you know what's mad? I used to chat with her on Twitter all the time.
Wrong one. There you
go. And she's again. I think she's Irish. But again, that history of Irish wrestling. You've got you guys. The Irish whip wrestling. It's always been a thing. The British and Irish guys.
I mean, hell, if I can reach out again, why not?
That's what I mean. I wanted to get her on at some point because I love the character. I think it's fantastic. And I was also talking to that other girl, the Welsh girl called what was that? Nadia Sapphire.
Yeah, I think she brought us off one too many times, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But it was again. We in this country, we've produced for a very small island. We really have produced some fantastic workers. Like your Adrian Streets as well. People like that. It's
I mean, do we even claim her anymore?
We do.
Yeah. One of between a few things, one of the worst things on any of AEW's TV. So, I'm maybe the worst is a bit pushing it a bit too far because Chris Jericho is still a part of the show. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm going too far on that. But she is a Brit.
She's and all her families.
Like,
her family's her family's huge in wrestling in the UK.
TNA is a fantastic. TNA in the UK have always had a wonderful relationship.
Yeah,
between them booking British wrestlers, having amazing packed shows here in the UK. It's been. Which of course, Chris, you helped out on one of them, right? You were handing out
me and my boy Lee, we were like the street team on them, but we used to go to all of them. We used to every time they're in Wembley. I've been to TNA at Wembley like 3-4 times. And it's they used to book, so they had Nick Aldis, when he was sort of
a gladiator.
Starting off so they had Nick Aldis, they had Dougie Williams, they had fucking Desmond Wolfe, Nigel McGuinness.
The joys of Grado is a stretch.
Yeah.
He's all right. I mean, he's probably funnier now as a TV personality, doing the sketch shows and that, and on BBC Scotland. I'm pretty sure.
I've still got my TNA British Invasion T-shirt, and it was Nick Aldis as what's his name, the gladiator character,
Magnus, yeah,
Magnus, Dougie Williams, and Big Rob Terry. The British Invasion, all natural Rob Terry.
Yeah.
He still swears blind. He swore blind. He's natural because he
was as natural as the fucking Road Warriors, wasn't
he? Yeah, it must have been all them Road Warrior shakes.
The power shakes, yeah.
Power shakes. So TNA has 100% showcased that British, that British talent.
Natural, that's right.
Of course, bro. You know what I mean? So we love TNA and we love British wrestling. When there's been a lot of shit gone on in British wrestling, and it is still very carny and a bit shady, but we love it still.
So, gonna move on to this next bit, because this bit I wanted to cover just because of how funny it's been the last day or two. What do you think? Asking is, we'll say apparently, because you can't trust a single fucking word any of these dicks say, that unless it comes out of Miro's mouth himself. So apparently Miro requested his release from AEW. I don't think it's been granted, but it's neither here nor there at that point. But the fact that he's requested it says enough in itself. He then went on his own platform to tell us that Dave Meltzer's going to hell.
Well,
I mean, just for charging people that much for his fucking rag sheet, I mean, that's just maybe Max is suggesting that Chris, you should get on the power shakes.
I should get on the power shakes.
He can, because he can get on Wraith Energy, which is like a power shake, practically the same thing.
Basically the same.
And you can get your discount with us. Just DM us or whatever afterwards if you really want it.
Just go to our page and look at the link in the descriptions, man, and you'll see it.
Be a link, yeah. So if you
click the link and use the promo code Grapple for 10% off.
See, he knew it. I didn't.
So Miro, I'm not surprised Miro's asked for his release. He hasn't done fuck all for ages, but then what you're getting is people like fucking Meltzer saying that he just keeps refusing to do anything, and that's why he's not been, Miro's a beast, bro. Like, it's it's sad, really, that they've got all these people, that really they could be pushing to the moon. Like Miro, why did they sign him? What's he done really in AEW, Miro?
He did the Man of God gimmick. He did the gaming gimmick, didn't he, or whatever? And the best man, didn't he? Came in with Kip Sabian or whatever. And man, it's all shit, isn't it? Like,
it's all shit.
He did all win the TNT title, I think, and all of that. I mean, maybe catering isn't as good there. I can only imagine. But
why wouldn't
he his last match was with Andrade, wasn't it? And Andrade had Miro's ex-wife now as manager, and it was all a bit weird, and then he was gone again. And the last I saw of him, he was doing some like charity shit in Bulgaria, so it's fair enough, man. Good for him. But I think there is a story out that he wanted to. I think he obviously, you go to AEW with your own ideas because they don't have them for you, and he wanted to work with Moxley, and it was shut down. So who knows on that?
AEW is, the way it's set up and the way that it's booked is an absolute shit show.
If you're not in the inner circle, I know that's a thing they used. If you're not in that inner circle and you're not buddies or like close with the writers, you're not going to get anything out of it. You're going to be either stuck in catering, or you're going to end up working Ring of Honor once a month. Like, I feel for Miro in this situation because he can be and has been so much more. I know people want to go on about the tank at WrestleMania, but it was more than that. The Rusev Day shit is fucking hilarious and more over than the Redeemer ever was.
When we talk about, so when have we got the Royal Rumble? We'll have the Royal Rumble in what, January time?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah. I did hear about that. Fair play to him.
Of course, mate. If you've got a tank, you're going to be like, yeah, let's go for a spin. Bit of dogging.
Come on, babe.
Come on, babe. Fucking get down the car park. Get down to Macca's car park.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, man, it can't have been worse than the McDonald's we were in the other night. Fucking hell.
Oh, mate, that was
fucking carnage.
It was a little chaotic, to say the least, yeah.
It's fucking mad.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
I think this Royal Rumble, why? First question I'd ask is, why isn't Tony, if he's not booking him, why ain't he released him?
Because it's not good. It's not great practice to just release him knowing full well where he's going. If he leaves AEW tomorrow, he's in WWE. He's booked for WWE in a return before the end of the year, or even at the Rumble, like you said, January. It's it's difficult because we live in a different world here, like with what you'd call like real contracted sports and all that. And if someone leaves, they're free to go wherever they want. If someone wants to leave a football team, they request a transfer. They have to, with that, the putting in a transfer request, they do forfeit some of that money and stuff like that they would be owed. That's how it works. So maybe there is some shit to be learned. And Tony Khan will know this from owning Fulham. There are ways to let people go and still come out of it on your end with a little something.
Yeah, because also, if again, you've got to look at it from the point, like if you was Tony Khan, you've got to look at that wage bill that you're paying every week, and you've got to think like, right, I haven't used him for so long, just let him go. Like it doesn't.
You're wasting money.
You're wasting money either way. But obviously, he thinks that just paying the money to them and ultimately what he's doing is paying them to not be on WWE TV.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's fun. But what else is the explanation for it, really?
Well, he's probably thinking, I've got him locked up in a contract for 2 years. People will forget about him, and that isn't always how it works in wrestling. Obviously, your biggest sort of real estate for being a wrestler is, and your stock is judged on how often you are on TV, on pay-per-views, or as part of advertising, whatever. Like that's fine, but people already know who Miro is. People already know about Rusev. They know about him. So it's a bit of a dumb move to just hold on to him, because now people are like, well, you're just holding on, let him go. Like it's the same, and the questions come up here, the same question Ricky Starks. Like I think it's a bit of a lesser situation for Ricky Starks because not as many people know who he is, but Ricky Starks is a fucking talent. And he showed that many times with his microphone work, his look, and everything like that. But I also think Ricky Starks, had a bit of a bad. I think the thing with the promo with Edge was really bad for Ricky Starks because Edge was dicking him around and cutting him off and all that, and it was like, oh, is this a veteran move or is this a dickhead move? Like, you tell me.
Yeah, well, it's a dickhead veteran move, in my opinion. Yeah. If you it's got to the point where Edge did he forget what wrestling is, dude? Did he forget what promos are? Did he forget?
No, I think he didn't want to be bested on live TV by Ricky Starks, and I think he was probably taking it as some form of disrespect. But this is what happens with veterans in certain spots. They forget that they eventually have to pass the fucking torch. They
exactly.
Have to pass the mic over. Yeah,
this is my point.
Some wrestlers are refusing to do that, and Chris Jericho is definitely one of them.
Jericho's one, Edge is one, because at the end of the day,
it didn't seem like one, but that move was one of those moves, yeah.
But it seems like
that's when the WCW comparisons come into play with those main eventers from '99 onwards.
He's been
not willing
blackballed.
to move over. Yeah,
like Ricky Starks, I think, has been blackballed a little bit from that because we all know
only in AEW because Ricky Starks gets snapped up in a minute if his contract is up.
Yeah, but is his contract up?
I don't think so. I don't. Again, we're not part of the inner circle. We don't see it. We don't believe what AEW's paid shills are telling us to believe. So unless that is me taking a shot at Fightful and whoever else,
Shiteful,
whoever else fucking wants it, yeah, because
it is up. He's got the 6 months non-compete.
If your contract runs out, then there will be no non-compete. But see, that confuses me because if the contract's up, there shouldn't be a non-compete. It should just be, okay, your contract's up, you are finished with us.
No, because
unless they're paying him.
No, they're not, because this is another thing that how everyone thinks Tony Khan is like this sort of. We've had this conversation on the podcast before,
yes,
right? We've had this conversation before. Everyone thinks that Tony Khan isn't like Vince McMahon, okay? But he doesn't want people as soon as their contract comes up, so they could be on AEW TV on a Wednesday and show up at Raw the next week, or NXT the next, right? So what he doesn't want that. So he writes it into the contracts that you finish here, but you're not allowed to work for a competitor for 6 months after that, hoping that
and that devalues the talent, doesn't it?
Yes, which is a cunt move because these guys. It's an awful move, and it makes me again think that Tony Khan is this fucking scumbag promoter, like all of them, bro. He, at the end of the day,
like Herb Abrams and those before found out cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it is, bro. And Vaselined up with cowboy boots on, chasing a prostitute down the street. It's Tony Khan. I'll tell you, to be fair though, Fulham are doing all right in a minute, aren't they?
Only because of the Hale End fucking connections. Only because of what Arsenal have been. Arsenal have sold them, which is a hell of a dream. I'll give them that. Like,
Smith Rowe's been playing really well. I think
Smith Rowe, Reece Nelson, Alex Iwobi, all ex-Arsenal, all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, fair play to whoever's telling Tony Khan to go out and buy those players. Because
it'll be the coach, wouldn't it? It'll be be the manager.
Could be a coach, could be a scouting network, it could be analysts and whatevers.
Yeah.
So can't trust the sheets. But with the thing about Miro comes the next bit to my question to you, Chris. The Lucha Brothers. Now, I think I've said it before. I'm not the biggest fan of Penta. Ray Phoenix, on the other hand, it's okay. I never fell for the Lucha Bros. What's the idiot tag team? Fucking hell, they've gone out of my brain already. Nick and Matt, the Jackson, whatever, them two dorks. Yeah, I didn't find those matches as amazing and 6-star wonderful as the rest of the world. Their look is great. I mean, the look's fine, but I don't necessarily think the work is, all the flips and no selling and all that. They'll have to change it for me to get on board anyway. Confirmed? Is it confirmed? I don't know. Like, who confirmed it?
Well,
but I'm sure it's probably happening. But yeah. I need them to, have better matches for me to start liking them. There we go. It's confirmed. Sources.
Yeah, sources, bro.
Perfect. It's not a trust me, bro situation, is it?
They're saying they're not. Sportskeeda are saying they're not signed with them yet. But
again, Sportskeeda, so who knows?
Yeah, Cultaholic. Saying that they are not signed with WWE, but but again, it's this thing is if you've had those guys on your TV, and we can confirm one thing, we can confirm AEW's merchandise at Wembley was fucking trash.
Poor.
It was
poor.
fucking trash. It was all AEW branded stuff. That was all it was. From what we could see, there wasn't any other merchandise.
How hard is it to get Penta masks done?
Yeah.
When they're sold on the streets of fucking Mexico, everywhere you go. Now, you know, I can prove and confirm that with my own fucking eyes and brain. You know, I've been to Mexico more than enough times to know this. Hell, I brought you a mask back, didn't I, Chris?
You did indeed.
Yeah. You walking along some of these places in Mexico and they're selling mask upon fucking mask. Like, it can't be that difficult for AEW to get that sorted out and sell Sting masks, you know, like good ones, not those shit ones they were peddling like in the arenas or whatever. You know, Phoenix masks, Penta masks, all that stuff, like good merchandise. Instead, you've got the generic fucking muscle tops. And, you know, what was it? The other thing, there was something really shit. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, it's just fucking like vests with AEW on them, and the soccer shirts that were just
the brilliant
trash.
Brilliant they were. Yeah, I can't fucking hell. Yeah, there was a Osprey with bruv written across it. Like fucking hell.
Yeah, let me right. Shout out to my boy Chris. Okay, he'd come back from America and he bought me some shit. So keep talking about the merch, and I've got to show you something.
Demon, you're right. You can't sell merch of wrestlers if they don't matter, and I get that to a point. But things like masks will always fucking sell at merch stands. You know, how many Rey Mysterio masks would sell over the time? And for instance, the Bash in Berlin merch stands full of wrestling T-shirts, full of like, you know, these weird belts and hats, CM Punk hats and everything like that. It was nothing like the Wembley shit that we, you know, were forced to look at. You know, generic programs and what was it? Even the lanyards were more expensive this time. I'm pretty sure.
Bro,
like it was
the programs are £25.
Yes, 25 fucking notes for a program which was pretty generic, wasn't it? I mean, you could get the I Was There All In T-shirt, I think, as well, which was like, again, like all overpriced garbage.
It was overpriced garbage. So let's talk about
show and tell.
Right. So shout out to my boy Chris. Okay. One thing that I don't have here, but I have somewhere else, and it is going to be framed with a signed picture of the gentleman. He bought me from America from a thrift shop. 1999 Goldberg t-shirt, WCW one.
Oh, okay.
Decent. And I've got a Goldberg autograph on a picture. That's mine anyway. So I'm going to frame them both together and they're going to go in here. But he bought me some other shit, which is cool. So I have some of these already, and he didn't know that. But I've got some of these.
The stationery packs, fuck, you know.
Look at that, bro.
Yeah.
Get a little eraser, pencil, and a little like notebook.
Class is in session.
Class is in session, bro. I've got that, and I've got loads of other stuff up here. So I've already got like I've already got the stationery collection. I've got like a big one with like a pencil case, and I've got like a little sort of. So that one's another one to add to those. It's exactly the same ones that I've got up there, same set. But he got me these, dude. And I mean, these are from sort of they're official products, yeah?
Yeah.
I've got bare American wrestling
swag. This is what we do.
I've got so much wrestling swag. It is unreal.
Is that a key ring? Yeah.
Kane. So I've got Kane.
Was this all from like a second-handy type thing?
Yeah, I think it was from like a car boot sale or whatever. You know what I mean? Like swap meet or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
When he had hair, fucking hell.
Do you know what I mean? And this is my favourite one, and I just might put this on my fucking keys. Do you know what I mean?
You imagine just leaving your keys laying around. Which one's yours? Yeah, that one.
That one. That is my. So it's lovely to have these things, but I think it's almost better just to use them as well. Like,
I mean, you can use one. I mean, keeping all three of them on one set of keys would be a little bit,
I mean, I'm almost certain that X-Pac is going on my keys. So it'll probably go on my car keys. Because I've got a Macho Man lanyard on my car keys. So I mean, X-Pac can go on my car keys. So yeah, shout out to my boy Chris, man, and obviously he got me a Goldberg t-shirt. But last time he went to America, he got me this.
Oh, he's off again. Fuck it hell.
He got me this from America last time he went, and every time he goes, he gets me something.
Fuck it hell.
Do you know what I mean?
Was that a drink cup or?
Yeah, it's like a sippy cup, talking mug.
Oh my word.
Goldberg. Press my button.
Where the big boys play, indeed.
Can you hear that? Who's next?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, you can just about hear that. So yeah.
So I'm going to change the battery on this because I don't know. I can probably safely take it out and pop it back into this because I do want to change the battery, but
the penis mug.
The penis mug.
There's no penis on that, is there?
Where the big boys play. What are you talking about?
No.
Where the big boys play.
I mean,
who's
the idea that
you know what I mean? So yeah, that was from my boy Chris. He bought that from America for me.
There you go. Bill Goldberg. Chris wants to drink out of you.
Well, you can actually drink out of him. So basically, you put the straw. You give him a back shot. You put it in the.
Oh, you put it in. Yeah, you put it in the back and.
You stick it in his back. And then you drink. But I mean, that's never getting drunk out of. You know this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
all those American
fantastic.
Microplastics would make your drink probably worthless anyway.
Oh yeah, any nutritional value is fucking gone. But yeah, just a little side note. When you're talking about merchandise, but this is the point. Yeah, how hard would it be to have the key rings of these guys? To have a fucking DMD key ring do you know what I mean? You've got all of these opportunities. But the merchandise just isn't, it just ain't there anymore, bro. Like, they're just, we went to Wembley Stadium, me and my missus. We went to see Blur in Wembley. And Blur merchandise, Blur are fucking fantastic. But they had, like, little Blur key rings, decent T-shirts, scarves, football shirts. MJF scarves. Where the fuck, man? But they instead they released this fucking god awful flag. Like,
yeah, like don't get me wrong. The Better Than You Bebe shirt was cool. Was a cool idea and stuff.
I've got that. I've got a Better Than You Bebe t-shirt. I bought it last year.
Fucking foam finger thing. Very good idea. But
dude,
then
don't make me do it.
Oh, he's gonna scissor on screen again.
A fucking scissor on screen. Yeah. Oh, scissor.
As long as there's no root on that, yeah.
Oh, scissor me, daddy. Yeah, there's no dick root on this. But yeah, the scissor me. But they didn't even have these this time. No.
So.
They didn't have the acclaimed fucking scissor me fucking. There was nothing. It's a sad state of affairs. The merchandise game right now. AEW.
Yeah.
Poor.
Well, it's I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. So there's not a lot we can.
Is it because a lot of them are on Pro Wrestling Tees or what? Like what is the?
I don't know what the situation is with the deal on Pro Wrestling Tees or anything like that. Like it's not something we care to look up, is it either? Really, we try and stay out of that shit. Like, we're not political, are we? Like, I mean, in our country's a political shit show, and we still stay out of it. Like that's how fucking little we want to talk about the politics of anything. Shit marketing, yes, of course, it is shit marketing, and I don't know if it's a lack of understanding or whether or not he's just so set on doing it his way.
Yeah,
I think he does understand it. I think he just wants to do it in his own way, which, again, nothing wrong with it. If we all had that sort of money and was doing a wrestling promotion, there are probably things we would do our way, which we would think was better. Obviously, the proof is in the pudding. It's not working. The numbers are, are down, down, down. The ideas are, that are being thrown against the wall aren't working that well. I don't know. Yeah, again, we would all be the same if it was like our money. We would be fucking free spending and signing anyone that could make us look good. I imagine we'd probably do better on the monetary side to try and make more of it. But yeah, I don't know.
He should be. He should be making like Mariah May plates so people can eat off her face.
Face.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah.
There's a little bit of news that I did find interesting, and I thought, fuck it, why not? I mean, they will be back in, I believe it's December, on Long Island, home of Little Max. And yeah, back Saturday night's main event is back on NBC, which is one of America's biggest television channels. Am I right? I can't remember. It's I think it's a massive deal, and they've obviously done really well to do that. Again, you can always get big numbers on your, like, I mean, it's NBC like BBC.
I think it's a
like
National Broadcasting Corporation, I believe. Yeah,
it's got to be like available to everyone. Surely.
Yeah, NBC. Yeah. So it's but again, when WWE goes on Netflix, it's gonna be huge.
Biggest. So yeah, NBC is probably the biggest of the American TV corporations, right? Unless Fox or ABC or whoever else has it, I don't know. But yeah, we probably, with the BBC in this country, we probably do get more viewers on certain things. Like, I mean, there are certain episodes of EastEnders that have smashed 20 million. I'm sure of it. Yeah, like easy. Who shot Phil and all that shit.
Yeah,
big stuff. Yeah, sorry. But I digress.
Bro, how's that group on Facebook though?
Oh, I see bits of it. I see bits here and there. Like,
fucking
I try not to, because sometimes they'll spoil it before I've watched an episode. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've just seen some funny bits coming up today.
I also read some sort of report that Jesse Ventura could be doing the commentary.
Yeah, he is. I think he is.
Fucking hell. I mean,
yeah.
They're digging right into the nostalgia with that.
Yeah.
I mean, surely he couldn't do a whole show.
I mean, he probably could if he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jesse. He can probably do what he wants. But, I mean, yeah, fuck it. We'll be tuning in if it's available in this, on the network, if you will. Like, which, I mean, we're getting close to the Netflix shit, so. It's the last move they should make.
Oh yeah, to go on Netflix.
Ah, yeah. I mean, Netflix is fucking. It's a grand deal, and I know some people don't seem to like that and don't seem to want to believe that it's a better deal than whatever AEW is going to get for doing whatever they've got to do to get on Max or whatever it is. Again, we just don't know enough about it, really, and we're not trying to pretend that we know more. we just know that they're fucking, there's TV deals to be had and money should be made. But again, if AEW keep pissing off advertisers like they did with the pizza thing, then who knows what the fuck they're gonna get.
It's it's eyes on the product, bro. If you're the amount of people that don't usually watch wrestling that can now go on Netflix and skip through and go, oh, WWE's on there, let me just watch it. And people might start getting more into wrestling, bro. It's
I mean, so many people have fucking Netflix as well.
Everyone.
Like
everyone has
has seen the shows that you've watched on Netflix, or will recommend something from Netflix.
I don't know anyone that doesn't have Netflix.
Yeah, it's fucking mad. And like I said, people were always like, what you been watching? Like, oh, I've been watching this on Netflix. Oh, you should watch this. It's on Netflix. Like, fucking hell, like everybody has it. Not everyone has ITVX or even Amazon Prime. Like, it's a bit more expensive.
The thing with Amazon Prime is, they haven't got a lot of the movies on there for free. Like, you have to rent them or buy them off there, sort of thing.
But with Amazon Prime, you do get the deal that comes with your shopping or when you're buying stuff. So it's a bit of a funny little trade-off that. But and Amazon do have football. They did have Premier League for a couple of seasons, and now they've got Champions League, which I know means nothing to you, Chris.
Don't worry, it will do next year.
Now, Champions League football means a lot to me.
Yeah, well, it's it's one of them things. They had it over Christmas, didn't they? So they had a load of Premier
Boxing
League
Day shit, I think.
They've done it the last 2 years. Over Christmas, they've had a load of matches on Amazon.
Yeah, they did cracking numbers. So Amazon were one of the first ones to dive into the sports sort of thing, and now Netflix are doing it. I know. Have Netflix got the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight as well?
I don't know. They might have. Yeah,
I think so. So, I mean, and all of a sudden, boxing is the talk of the town again with big business and whatever. Poor old Anthony Joshua getting cleaned out in 5 rounds last night.
He got his clock cleaned.
He did not look good, man. Fucking hell. He looked unsteady early in the first round, and it would not take. I mean, I thought he was going to finish him a lot sooner than 5 rounds, but fuck me, he got absolutely cleaned out. He was interesting point. Jake Paul is fucked in that ring. I mean, it all depends on how old Tyson really is, like even in his body and that. Like, if Tyson can get in there, like and like his younger self and clean him out in a round, then fucking A, man. I'm there for it. I think it's hilarious. But what happens if Tyson gets tired in round 3?
Was there a talk that if there was going to be no headshots?
I don't know about that. Obviously, I haven't seen Tyson's training, but I think I've seen clips of older training sessions and that. And no, I mean, you do lose a step at that age, but the last thing to go is the power, as with any heavyweight. So, look at George Foreman. He was 177 when he won his last world title, right? He was still, knocking the shit out of poor
hanging and banging.
In their fucking 30s. Yeah, like he was still, yes. There's a picture of me and George Foreman somewhere around here. Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. He said that he mentioned my fist and called it a giant ham. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Nice.
Yeah. So Tyson still got it. That will remain to be seen, I think. I'm worried that Jake Paul wins the fight and gets this extra sort of credibility for beating an old Mike Tyson. I don't want to see that. I want to see Jake Paul get beaten the fuck up. But yeah. So what else? Is there anything you want to bring up, Chris? Because we are an hour and 15 into this. We've both got work in the morning.
Yeah. There was a couple of bits, but I think we've covered quite a lot. you know, we like I say, we don't want to sort of shit on AEW. It's not what we're trying to do.
No, of course not.
You know, but we just come on here and just tell it how it is. You know,
before you carry, yeah, no, I agree. Jake Paul is a bit of an embarrassment to it all, but yeah, you just don't want to see him, you know, get that lucky shot in or outlast him because he's just younger and in better shape. That's the thing I'm worried about.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Chris.
No. I mean, there's a lot. You know, there's a lot going on in wrestling, but we're just going to keep watching it and see what's going on. I'll tell you one thing I did want to talk about: the Vince McMahon documentary.
Yes, coming to Netflix very soon.
Which is mad that it's going on Netflix and then WWE. You know,
it's not exactly the lead-in they would have wanted.
Not exactly. No. But also, again, I feel like my prediction is still correct that there's no way on this earth that Shane McMahon is ever going to be on AEW. And all these guys just willing it to happen, like, oh yeah, he's going to be on there, he's going to do this. It's like you've lost your fucking minds, mate. People have lost all sense of reality, mate, with when it comes to this shit. There's no way Shane McMahon's going on AEW TV, man. No way. No, you know, he's still, you know, he is the McMahon family from WWE. He, you know, what happened was, and I'm telling you, this is how it happened.
What Vince Russo said.
Yeah, and that's more likely. You know, this is the thing. It's fucking crazy, bro. There's no way Shane McMahon's going to ever go on AEW TV or work with them. It was Tony's probably seen him at an airport. They've said hello, had a chat. Tony's marked out. Said, "Oh, come with, let's have a chat, bro. Let's sit about wrestling and all this." And got some sort of meeting room somewhere. Sat down, had a cup of tea, had a little chat, and that's it, bro. But it's just this whole, you know. What is it? Speculation and innuendo. You know what they call it. You know,
rumor and innuendo.
Rumor and innuendo. It's all fucking horseshit. There's no way, bro. It's just people getting way too excited over something that's never going to happen. It's like I put money on that from the first day.
Here. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Pepsi Phil, fucking Pepsi Mark. Phil. You're a fucking Mark, man.
I mean, we haven't even touched on Punk and Drew's fucking pretty good feud. Like, you know, it's going to end in, or hopefully end at Hell in a Cell, like at Bad Blood and that. And you know, it's just been a good TV feud. And like, it doesn't look like CM Punk's caused any problems. He's not telling anyone he's working with fucking children.
No,
he's not. You know,
that's right.
Everything just seems to be working out quite nicely for CM Punk, and it's really nice that he's not the story.
But what he is doing though is kissing bracelets that have been down Drew McIntyre's trunks.
There's a lot of women that probably pay good money for that.
It's true. It's true.
But no, and he's also doing the like that sort of like he was on in quite a few segments on NXT.
Yeah.
So he's doing that thing. He's working with the newer sort of generation. That like that's all he wanted.
He wanted to do it in AEW. That's all he wanted to do was go in there and fucking help the Ute. One love to the Ute. You know what I mean?
That's all he wanted. He wanted to be helpful in his own way and do it like, and like how they fucked that up is beyond me. But yeah, like I said, he's not the story at the moment. He's just getting along, and that's quite nice to just, you know, it's not a CM Punk thing. Did you see the cinematic Georgia Tech segment with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns?
Not quite.
Okay. When you do, I mean, you'll see it like, and a lot of people have been saying how brilliant it is, and it is really well done. Like, it's, you know, I am hoping for Roman Reigns. I really hope Roman Reigns wins his title back.
But
that's my.
I've been saying this all of Cody's reign.
With Cody maybe as the heel. And I mean, there we go. The vignette was beautiful. It was unbelievably well shot. Like, everything about that is fucking brilliant. The production is brilliant. and Roman Reigns just seems to fucking get it, like, as is. Cody is playing sly heel here. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling he's not smarmy, but like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a way about Cody but then there's obviously a way about Roman, which is just, I own this whole fucking thing. And it shouldn't be babyface, but it is. I don't know how this is how the wrestling world works, though, isn't it?
Right.
Steve Austin should never have been a babyface, but there he was.
In the words of Vince McMahon from Beyond the Mat, that's when people realize what we're really about. We make movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is the way that WWE have always done those sorts of things, and the way they have always seen the product. The way they film it is like movies, and they always, no matter how far in the story they are, they still recap it to the point where you could almost have not seen any of it come in and be up to speed at least to half of what's been going on, and still give a fuck and care to the point where you care who wins and loses. And this is the thing. That is, they know about building a story. They know about telling a story. And that is always what has been missing from AEW. It's always what is going to be missing, because they don't feel like they need to do it. They don't feel like that's what they're about. They don't feel like that is what AEW is supposed to do. AEW in their minds is, we get two of the best wrestlers, two of the best fake fighters, put them in the ring to have a fake fight, and that is what is selling the tickets.
And we'll have a guy who sells the news.
Yeah.
Essentially sells the news, doesn't report it, he sells it.
Yeah.
To tell you that it was great.
Exactly. But exactly. Exactamundo. That is their modus operandi, right? That is how they go on like a fucking chief. You know what I mean? So the WWE have always done it differently, and that's why a lot of these fucking marky fuckers say, "Oh, it's not wrestling." It's like, well, no, it is wrestling. That's what wrestling is. Wrestling is stories, and it always will be. And the fighting is only something that pushes the story along. It's not do you get what I mean? Like, the story is being pushed along by what happens in the ring. So it's, it's the way they do it is like movie-like. They always film these sorts of vignettes and these interviews and these things where it is cinematic in the way they do it, which is what they're about. They'll always be better at that. Always.
Demons are asking, do we think that they're gearing up for the Judgment Day to turn into like a new Bullet Club? Maybe, but then the follow-up question with like Cody turning heel and joining them is probably a no. I think if Cody goes heel, he's going to do it alone. That's the whole point. I think Cody is on his own by design. I don't think, but the Judgment Day, who have been booked unbelievably strongly like recently, apart from Dom, I think he just seems to be a bit of the whipping boy for Priest. But I think the Judgment Day have been booked really well lately, and I'm worried about what happens to them after they move on from Priest and Rhea, unless they just keep it going. They shouldn't, because it's not like bloodline story, like carry it on sort of thing. But yeah, I thought it might be a bit weird with Carlito joining the Judgment Day, but it hasn't been. It's been perfectly fine. I've been happy with it. I loved when Truth thought he was part of the Judgment Day. I thought that was some of the funniest shit. Our Truth, who incidentally follows us on X, even retweeted us for talking about his latest song, which is a banger.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or AJ, I don't think AJ needs a group now. I think AJ is in that sort of legendary status, and he doesn't need another group. That's why they've distanced him from Gallows and Anderson and all that. Like, I think AJ is just going to be more of a special attraction now. I don't think we'll see him full time. You know, I was gutted when we didn't see him on at Bash in Berlin, but yeah,
mate,
happens,
our truth commenting on Shannon Sharp's live is fucking just incredible shit.
Uncle, that ain't PG.
He's a fucking G, honestly.
Oh, fucking hell. Was there anything else? Yeah, sorry, I know.
No, that was it, man. Just the Vince documentary, which comes out pretty soon.
Man City, Arsenal too. Oh, yeah, no, that was 2-2. Yeah, so I mean, we could talk football for a minute, can't we?
I mean, we can try.
Spurs won 3-1 on the weekend. They lost 1-0 last weekend to a very good side.
But the thing is, it was a very tight game. I thought that game. It was a really tight game.
It was tight, but with an outcome that was always coming. If you know what I mean.
We didn't do enough. On the day we didn't do enough. And that's why we lost 1-0. But it was, there was shades of more to come. But
I agree. Fuck Man United.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, they are shit. So yeah.
This year, we're still in a sort of fucking. You guys are further along in a process.
We are well and truly out of our transitional period now. We are where we need to be, and we need to maintain that sort of thing.
You just need to be consistent.
We almost did by I said before the weekend against Spurs, I said that 4 points, I'd be very happy with 4 points. I'd be less happy with 3. I'd be very disappointed with 2 or less. At 1 point, at 95 minutes today, we were looking at 6 points out of those 2 games, and then City scored, and it turns into 4. So I can't complain about how that's gone. It's it's been an interesting couple of weeks. We didn't get to talk too much about the Spurs. I don't think we spoke at all really about the Arsenal Spurs game.
No, I mean it was all right, but I'll tell you what, it was end to end stuff, bro. It was end to end stuff, and
today's game. So
we could have easily had a couple of goals on that game. We really should have. We're just getting into the swing of what we're doing, and this is why. We're starting to come into it now. I mean, we had in the first half yesterday, we had fucking 17 shots. We were dominating. We were absolutely dominating.
So down after 26 seconds or something, wasn't it?
23 seconds, yeah. And then after 8 minutes, pulled it back.
Yeah.
And then went into the lead. So you're
going up there on Thursday.
We're going up, But I'll tell you, but we're the comeback kings, bro. If you look at it, if you look at it on the stats and that, we come back from going 1-0 down more than any other team. Except for last week, obviously. But I'm going up there because I'm hoping it's going to be a goal fest.
Should be.
The problem is, if there's one competition that we could win, it would be Europa League. I think we can win it. And if Ange really feels,
you said you were going to win something last year.
I said we were going to win the FA Cup last year.
Yeah.
But we didn't in the FA Cup.
Sorry.
But I think if he fields the strongest team that he possibly can, and he focuses on winning the Europa League, I think that'd be fantastic. Because it's something I think is a possibility. So it's the first game in Europa. So going up there with me old man, seeing what's going on. That's the thing. When you support a local team, when you're from round the manor, you can go there occasionally.
From the ends, yeah.
From the ends, Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. All right. Okay. Let's start to wrap this up. We've exhausted all our options here, I think. For a brief second, I want to talk about the people that listen, the great listeners of this show, not the ones that are watching it live. Not the we love you guys. Fuck me, we love you guys that are commenting and doing all that in the live bits. That's why we try to get to every comment, as many as we can. The listeners, fucking hell, we haven't put something out in just shy of a month, and we were riding high, top 60, I think, in the UK Apple podcast charts. For still sitting pretty in the Australian charts. Good, you fuckers. Like, shout out to you guys. Enjoy your summer, which is probably just about to start. It's a bit, they get their cold weather when we don't. Like, so yeah, shout out to you all, every one of you guys that are listening. We love you all. And yeah, now I'll get on to you guys who are watching and keeping us going and commenting and keeping us talking for an hour and 30 minutes, because fuck, that's mad. We don't normally go this long, do we?
No.
We try and keep it down to an hour now, and we've gone the full 90. So
we've gone the full 90. No half time.
Nah, no half. No
oranges. Yeah.
Nah. So yeah, what else? If you're watching this, if you're watching on YouTube or whatever, so please subscribe. Hit the buttons there. We've got a nice amount of subscribers. We always love more. If you're on X, follow us. I don't know if you want to retweet, whatever. It's X. Who cares? And Facebook, we love the Facebook. Everyone loves Facebook, don't you? Chris loves Facebook. All them groups.
Oh, and loads of groups, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I've just got a new car, and I've straight away joined 2 groups of owners clubs, because then you can find out information about things that go wrong with the cars, or getting extra different parts and all that.
This when my man's got money, he bought a new car, yeah.
Well, it's not a new car. It's just a car that is new to me. So
it's got 4 wheels and it goes.
It's got 4 wheels and it goes, and it's big, man. Trust me, you'll love it, man. It's not like the puppy I had before. This is a big dog.
The old pimp wagon.
Oh, it's a big dog, this one, bro.
Yeah,
mate. I won't say it live on there, because then people will hunt me down.
They might. You probably, the fan groups will be all over you. They'll be knocking.
Trust me, bro. Yeah. I'll be on fucking Reddit. They'll be like, "Yeah, he's got this car. Look for him."
Right. So with that, we say thank you to everyone that's been watching, listening, joining in, chatting. Naming names this time. I think Munsey was here. Digi Demon was here. Thank you so much. You've been amazing tonight, Max.
We'll schedule that in.
Hogan.
Yes. We'll schedule Digi Demon in.
We will have to find a perfect time and slot, because from what I remember, he is a lot of his stuff is on like West Coast time, and that is fucking late. So we will have to figure out
West Side
time that's perfect for everyone. So what else is? I think the band is about to play us off. So with that, we say thank you very much. We appreciate you all. We love you all. I'm JB. Next to me, the best Chris in all of wrestling podcasts. He's not Chris Peacock. He's Chris Dredd. And yeah, we say take care, guys. We'll see you soon.
Peace.